This is my first ever YouTube video. Do I like my hair? Yeah, no, I like it more. Also, my air conditioning is very, very loud. I'm so sorry for that. I'm nervous, but mostly excited. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha, and in this channel I'll be talking a lot about books because I love reading, and I've been following Bookstagram for almost a year probably. It's been like 7 months since I've actually rediscovered that I love reading. It's January. I'll be talking about all the books I read and what I think about them. I'll be talking about a little bit about my TBR list, which is my to-be-read books in the month of February. But for right now, we'll be talking about the books that I read this month and my review on those books. So here I have my stack of books, which you can't really see. But we'll start off with Dial A for Aunties by Jessica Sutanto. I love this book. I started the year off very strong. I rated this book a 5 stars. I really loved it because it talks about family, it talks about a little bit of love. Basically, this girl, the main character, goes on a date that was set up by her mom, and she accidentally murdered the guy she was going on a date with, and then she just calls up her mom and her aunties to help her. And oh my gosh, it was just very thrilling. I loved reading this book. Rated a 5 star. I loved the family dynamic in this book and the subplot of romance. I really liked Nathan in this book, and it's just so cute and I loved it. Next book I read this month was The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. Look at how cute. Just look at how cute this cover is. It's so adorable. And I rated this a 5 star as well because I love Lynn Painter. I loved Better Than the Movies, and I love The Do-Over. This book was set on Valentine's Day, and the main character here, Emily, just is experiencing a do-over of the Valentine's Day until she gets it right. It kind of reminds me of Lindsay Kelk's The Christmas Wish. Nevertheless, I love this book so much. I flew through the last 150-ish pages, I think, and I loved it so much, and I wish I could just reread this again for the first time. I love this book so much. The next book I read this month was Emily Henry's People We Meet on Vacation, and let me tell you, this was my first Emily Henry book, and I instantly fell in love with her writing. Honestly, rethinking it, I'm rating it a 5 star because of just how cute. This book was just so cute. It's adorable. It talks about these two friends, Poppy and Alex. They've been best friends for years, and they always go on vacation together on summer break, and then these two just had a falling out of friendship. There's a then and now perspective of the book, and in the now perspective it talks about how Poppy is trying to mend their friendship, and then in the then perspective it talks about what happened between those summers, and eventually we'll find out why they haven't talked for a couple of months. So this is just a thrilling book as well. I'm saying that all of these books are thrilling because it really is. It's a very fast-paced book. The next book I read, this book is a brick. It's massive, but nevertheless I love the book. I love the plot line, I love the story, I love the important message in this book. Also, I would look up trigger warnings because it kind of gets deep and it's kind of tragic, but nevertheless a happy ending. It is Francine Rivers' The Masterpiece. Okay, so this book, as I said, it's a brick. It's so thick. It's 500-ish pages, I think. I think it was around 550 pages. But I flew by this book within a week, and honestly, I really love this book. It talks about a non-believer and a believer. Her name is Grace and his name is Roman. And basically, this is also a dual perspective. Not perspective. Why do I keep saying perspective? It's not perspective. It's a timeline. Okay, it's dual timeline. Both of these books are dual timelines. Okay, so in this book, and it actually takes us on a journey of these two people. It talks about Grace's past, Roman's past, and their present, and Roman's journey in becoming a believer in Jesus, and I love it. I'm a believer, and this book this was the first book that made me cry, sobbing. I was sobbing at the last 50-ish pages, and it was just it was so good. I love this book so much. Rated a 5 star as well. Then the next book that I'm currently also reading, because it's not the end of January yet, this book went viral on social media and I wanted to know what the hype was all about. And it is none other than Ailey Hazelwood's Love Hypothesis. I know I'm kind of late, but this was cute and I just thought like I should see what the hype is all about, and I'm currently still reading it. I'm 106 pages in this book, and so far I don't hate it. I love it actually. I'm liking it. I'm liking the story. It has a fake dating trope, so there you go. Between a professor and a PhD candidate, so basically a student, but he's not her professor, so they don't have like a personal connection. I am having a really hard time describing it, but so basically this girl Olive fake dated this professor right here because she panicked. She was trying to convince her best friend that it is okay for her to date her ex, and by doing so she said that she was going on a date with a guy and she ended up kissing the first guy she saw, and it was none other than the professor right here, Dr. Carlson. So I have no clue how this will end, but honestly I'm liking this book. I don't hate it and I'm liking it, so I'll give an update later. But yeah, that was all of the book that I read this month and am reading this month. And now we talk about my TBR for February. So for February, I really do feel like I want to read a couple of romance books just because it falls within the theme of Valentine's Day. And I know I should be reading The Do-Over because it's basically set on Valentine's Day, but I couldn't resist. Like, oh, actually, I know what I want to read. I know what I'm gonna read for the next month. And I know it's not technically summer yet, but you know, I just love romance books and most of them are set on summer, and it's none other than Jenny Han's This Summer I Turned Pretty series. I think I want to start reading this next month. I haven't really watched the show yet. I think it's on Prime, but I haven't really watched it, so this will be fun to just like kind of read. Oh, but I think I'm gonna read this book next month, and then if I like it, I'll continue with the other two books in the series because it's a trilogy. I don't know. I think I want to read. Oh, it's so cute, by the way. Like, it starts with a seashell. It's so cute. Every chapter starts with a seashell. It's so cute. I don't really always follow my TBR list. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just go into the bookstore and then I'll just see some pretty little books that I think are cute to read and I think that the storyline is fascinating, and then I'll just buy the book and read it. And I'm looking forward to read Summer I Turned Pretty series. I'm also looking forward to finishing The Love Hypothesis and see what the hype is about this book. Besides The Summer I Turned Pretty, I think I want to read a couple of Nicholas Sparks books. I've seen a couple of movies that were adapted from Nicholas Sparks books, such as The Notebook. What I really want to read is The Lucky One. I love that movie. And then The Best of Me. I really like The Best of Me. I don't remember where I watched it, but I think I watched it a little over 2 years ago and I really loved it. So I think I'm gonna read that book. Probably have to order it though. I haven't seen any Nicholas Sparks book in my local bookstores lately, so who knows, probably I'll have to order them online. So yeah, that is some of my TBR list, and that is all for my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what books are you currently reading and what are your February TBRs, and feel free to recommend me any books that you guys have been loving, and see you guys on my next video. Bye.